If you think making more money will solve all your problems, you're thinking too small. Here's the real truth. Money only magnifies who you already are. It doesn't change your life, it changes the scale of your life. And if you don't master your mindset before the money arrives, you could find yourself overwhelmed, stressed, and stuck in the same place, just with bigger bills. Welcome to the Passive Path, where we dive deep into the habits, mindsets, and strategies that create lasting wealth. Today, we're unpacking why shifting your thinking is the first step to building real financial freedom. Stay tuned, because the difference between struggling and succeeding could start with a simple shift you make today. Most people never realize that money behaves very differently depending on how you treat it. For someone in the middle class, money becomes something to guard, save, and protect, because every dollar feels hard-earned and fragile. But for the wealthy, money is a magnet, a tool designed to attract more of itself. They don't look at a dollar and think, "What can I buy?" They look at a dollar and think, "How can this dollar bring in 5 more?" Think about it like gardening. A broke mindset eats the seeds before they can grow. A middle-class mindset stores the seeds in a vault, afraid to lose them. A wealthy mindset plants the seeds, nurtures them, and creates an entire orchard. It's not magic, it's mindset. And here's the kicker. Wealthy people don't wait until they're rich to start thinking like this. They start thinking this way first, even when their bank account says otherwise. So if you're not where you want to be yet, what do you really have to lose by changing your approach? Changing the way you think is just the beginning. Up next, we're going to talk about why mindset is the true foundation of wealth, and why the opportunities you dream of might already be around you, just waiting for you to spot them. Before success ever shows up in your bank account, it shows up in your mind. That's a fact most people overlook. It's easy to think, well, of course rich people see money differently. They're rich. But the truth is, they saw money differently long before they ever had it. The mindset came first, and the wealth followed. There's a simple phenomenon called the frequency illusion. Once something grabs your attention, you start seeing it everywhere. Imagine you're thinking about buying a blue bicycle. Suddenly, you notice blue bikes all over the city, even though they were always there. You just weren't tuned into. They trust their preparation, they trust their judgment, and they trust that even if they stumble, they can recover and learn. You can spend your whole life waiting for the perfect moment, or you can accept that no moment will ever be perfect and start anyway. Growth always feels uncomfortable at first. But staying stuck eventually feels worse. Up next, we're going to break down the 2 paths everyone faces: blaming the world for your problems or taking full ownership, and why only one of those roads leads to wealth. When life gets tough, you have 2 choices. You can blame everyone and everything around you, or you can take full ownership of your situation. Most people choose blame. It's easier. It feels better in the moment. You can point at your boss, the government, your parents, the economy. You can say it's someone else's fault that you're not where you want to be. But blaming others doesn't solve anything. It doesn't pay your bills. It doesn't build your investments. It doesn't create freedom. All it does is keep you stuck exactly where you are. Ownership, on the other hand, is harder at first. It forces you to look in the mirror and admit that maybe your past decisions, your habits, your mindset played a bigger role than you wanted to believe. But it also gives you back your power. When you own your situation, you gain the ability to change it. Imagine playing a video game. If your character keeps losing, you can blame the controller, the game developers, or the other players. Or you can focus on learning the game, improving your skills, and mastering the strategy. Only one of those paths actually gets you closer to winning. The same is true with money. If you believe rich people are evil, greedy, or corrupt, your mind will instinctively push wealth away. You won't want to become what you hate. So deep down, you'll sabotage your own success to stay aligned with your values. That's why it's critical to change the narrative in your mind. Wealth isn't evil. Wealth is a tool. What you do with it defines your character. Coming up, we'll talk about why both poverty and wealth are hard, and how choosing the right kind of hard sets you up for a life of abundance. Wealth isn't evil. Wealth is a tool. What you do with it defines your character. Coming up, we'll talk about why both poverty and wealth are hard, and how choosing the right kind of hard sets you up for a life of abundance. Both being broke and building wealth are hard. Struggling to pay bills, living paycheck to paycheck, dealing with financial stress, that's hard. But so is living below your means, sacrificing short-term pleasures, and working relentlessly toward a better future. Both paths require effort. The question is, which hard do you want to live with? There's no shortcut around the work. Wealth doesn't fall into your lap after a few lucky breaks. It's built brick by brick, day by day, over years. It's built through what can be called the decade of sacrifice. 10 years of disciplined saving, smart investing, and staying focused while the world around you indulges in immediate gratification. Imagine two friends starting out at the same time. One chooses to buy luxury cars, fancy clothes, and expect. Put your money into low-cost index funds like the S&P 500 or a total stock market fund. Use ETFs if you prefer. You don't need to know everything about investing to begin. You just need to start. As you get more comfortable, you can explore more opportunities. Maybe real estate, maybe individual stocks, maybe starting your own business. But every step builds on a foundation of living below your means, earning more, and investing the rest. Picture two people. One buys a luxury car at 25 with a hefty loan. The other invests the same amount into the market. By 35, the first is still making car payments. The second could have a portfolio worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Same starting point, different choices, different outcomes. At the passive path, we believe that true wealth isn't about flashy displays. It's about freedom, the freedom to live life on your terms. Coming up, let's talk about why the right mindset doesn't just spot opportunities, it multiplies them, and how you can train your mind to do exactly that. Opportunities aren't rare. The ability to recognize and act on them is. That's why mindset is everything. It's not about being lucky, it's about being ready. Imagine a freelance graphic designer named Mia. For years, she struggled to find consistent clients. She believed the market was too crowded, that opportunities were drying up. But once she shifted her mindset from scarcity to growth, she started noticing a booming demand for brand design among e-commerce startups. She tailored her services, positioned herself as an expert, and within a year, built a thriving agency. The opportunities were always there. Her mindset unlocked them. The same principle applies across every industry, every investment, every stage of life. If your mind is tuned to fear, you'll see barriers. If your mind is tuned to growth, you'll see chances to build, expand, and win. This idea is echoed in the book The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, which explains that wealth starts internally. You have to believe you can build wealth before you actually see the results. Your thoughts create your reality. Your mindset shapes your actions. Your actions produce your outcomes. At the passive path, we believe that building wealth isn't about finding the perfect stock tip or chasing the next big trend. It's about developing a mind that sees possibilities where others see problems. Next, we'll bring everything together with powerful, actionable lessons that you can start applying today to transform your financial future. Here's the bottom line. If you want to build real wealth, you have to change the way you think. It starts with taking full ownership of your financial life. Stop blaming external forces. Start focusing on what you can control. Commit to living below your means. Grow your income by improving your skills and seeking better opportunities. Invest the difference consistently and patiently. Understand that this isn't about getting rich overnight. It's about building wealth over time. Focus on building a growth mindset. Read personal development books. Listen to podcasts that challenge your thinking. Surround yourself with ideas and people that inspire progress, not excuses. If reading 5 books isn't enough, read 10. If 10 isn't enough, read 25. Keep working on your mind until growth becomes your default setting. Wealthy people aren't special. They just think differently. They see money as a tool, not as a trophy. They see opportunities, not obstacles. They choose ownership over victimhood, and they're willing to work through discomfort to reach freedom. At The Passive Path, we're here to help you build that same mindset. We believe that financial freedom isn't reserved for a lucky few. It's available to anyone willing to make the right choices consistently over time. If you found value in this video, take a moment to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. What mindset shift are you committing to today? We would love to hear your journey. Remember, the path to financial freedom is already in front of you. All you have to do is start walking it.